I have had my Sensorina since July 2020. When I first got it, I felt like this. Are you kidding me right now? My feelings have changed, and I'm going to tell you all about it today. Welcome to Goalie Training Pro TV. If you are new here, make sure you hit subscribe. I help goalies go from untapped potential to confident and consistent in the ice, on the ice, in the ice. You're probably not in the ice, so let's say on the ice. Once you subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit the bell, and that's how you get notification every time new videos come out. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Maria Mountain. I am an exercise physiologist, and in addition to training athletes for the last 25 plus years, specializing in goalie training over the last 12 plus years, I'm also a beginner intermediate goalie who's just like you, trying to find ways to get better and better, keep the puck out of the net. And that's where I'm coming from today. When I first got the Sensorina system, I really had no interest in VR. I don't play video games. I kind of thought it was like a fancy video game, and I was wrong. I was blown away when I first got it. There were a few bugs initially, a few things that needed to be tweaked. Sometimes my blocker would just hover off in space, and I'd have to like reattach it somehow, but a lot has changed since then. After having it for more than a year, my opinion has changed. Even when I was blown away when I first got it, I kind of thought, oh, you know when you get a new toy and you love it, and then you sort of get used to it, and you're like, yeah. I thought that might actually happen with the Sensorina, and yes, again, I was wrong. Partly because the people behind Sensorina are actual real people. I've chatted with Bob to TV lots of times, and they're always looking for feedback. Now, their advisory board is a who's who: Bill Ranford, Brian DeCord, Justin Goldman, but even when I give some feedback, it's like, oh, that's an interesting idea or whatnot. So they've really improved, they've continually improved it, and things that it's like, wow, I didn't even think of that. I was, in one of the latest updates, like the arena is new, like the arena is even nicer than the other arena was that you're standing in. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna go over a few specific updates today, but to me, it's an indispensable tool because it lets me work on what I need to work on whenever I want to. Let's dive in a little deeper. Since I first started working with Sensorina, they've added in, now you have a chest protector on, so when you see yourself playing, you have like an outline of a chest protector. So if the puck hits your chest protector, it will deflect off. Oh, that hit my chest protector, saved my day. You can also now use your stick when you have the controllers attached to your glove and blocker. You can kind of scan in your stick, and so it gets your stick paddle at the right height as well. So you can use your stick, and like literally you can make a save, throw the puck in the air, and bat it away with your stick. So it's incredible. Another new feature is the stats column. So it shows your save percentage in different areas. So you can kind of see, like, looks like if it's right up my body, I'm pretty good at making the save. If the further it gets from my body, or like high blocker, that's an issue. So it gives you just a really quick scan of, okay, where are my weaknesses, and then I can set up drills that are going to be to my glove side or to my blocker side. They also have programs that are designed by different goalie coaches. Bill Ranford.
One hand pass to course and the wraparound, the save, rebound, and a save by Ranford.
A guy named Dominic Hasek, maybe you've heard of him.
Hasek with a miraculous save. Do you believe?
And other professional goalie coaches have created programs. I have some stamina training programs in there that can help you build your energy system or build your local muscular endurance. I'll tell you, it's a little janky because there isn't a way for them to just do continuous work to rest intervals. So, one of the intervals, it's like a 10-second interval with a 30-second rest, but every time you want to start the next interval, you have to kind of restart the rep. So it's a little bit janky in that it can't run continuously, but it isn't perfect yet. So I'm interested to know if you have Sensorina or if you've ever tried Sensorina and what is your opinion on it, or what have your experiences been on it. I've let some of the European pro goalies that I work with try it out, and it's pretty cool because, even when you step on the ice, it has that sound and that feeling. And even in the most latest update, I think they've changed how the ice looks. Like, the ice almost looks now more like ice looks when the Zamboni's just gone over it. It's so cool. As I mentioned before, they are super responsive. So a few of the things they have updated just in the last month, even better 3D replay. What that means is I can go through a series of saves or a drill, and then I can go back in and in 3D view replays of the shots and the saves, or the shots and the not saves, as the case may be. So now we go into the replay and I can see the shot. So this is one that I got scored on. I can see my movement. You can see the box. See how inside the box my glove and blocker are. So I think I'm gonna get this potentially scored on here over the shoulder. So that glove wasn't anywhere near where it should have been in order for me to make that save. So if I put on, I need to pay attention to that and really get my glove and blocker in those positions. But then we can look at something that was not bad. So following the pass, I can see the path exactly, and boom, and that was a better one. And I can either stand and look from the shooter's perspective or from the goalie's perspective, so I can see, you see yourself, you see your movement. You can walk around you and see exactly where you are. Sorry, Maria, I didn't see you there. I can stand over here and then play this, follow it, okay. Where's my position? What did I do with my blocker? So I can stand behind myself, beside myself, and see what happens. And it's really cool because you'll pick up little things you aren't even aware that you do. So one of my favorite tricks is when a shot is coming glove side, for whatever reason, I like to dip my glove down and then come out to save. So rather than just going for the save, I do a little hiccup. So you can actually see that little hesitation I was talking about in my glove, where I almost move it away a little bit first. And there she goes, right into the net. Yeah, it sort of goes down and up. Don't do that anymore, Maria. Don't do that. So that's something that then I can work on, and I'm not at all aware that I do that, but when I see the replay, it's like, okay, I don't know why I do that, but I can work on that specific element. What they've changed and updated in that 3D replay is you used to just kind of see from the shot release to the save or the not save. But now you can see your movements before the shot is released. So that just gives you a little bit more information of, hey, what was I doing that helped me make that save or hindered me from making that save? They've had box control settings for a long time. So what that means is, when on the ice, when your goalie coach gets the dog leashes and attaches them to a stick and then to the 4 posts, and then you can see, how much of the net is available behind you based on your location and the location of the puck. Well, it does that digitally. So you can see basically the 4 points of the net, but you can also see a box. And as you move forward, the box gets smaller. And as you move your hands forward, the box gets smaller. What they've done is they've added in sort of a shadow of glove and blocker position and where it should be. One of the things I found since they did that is I tend to have my hands too high, not this high obviously, but too high relative to the box. So you can get practice in, learning, okay, when the puck's there, my hands need to be relatively lower. So you can see how as I move forward and back, that box gets smaller, bigger. You can see those targets where my hands should be. And getting back to how responsive they are and who's on their advisory board, that idea for glove and blocker came from Thomas Magnusson, who is the OG of Swedish goaltending development. They call him the godfather of goaltending development. And so that was one of his ideas and additions as a member of their advisory board. And then there are some new crazy power play drills where you can actually have your own team on D. So, then there's more traffic to see through, or you can not have your team on D. Some of you feel that way anyways. But then the offense is actually running some common different power play systems. So here's a power play. I think it's how many have we got? 5-on-4 umbrella. So I've got D here. There's traffic. Oh, there's gonna be a shot. Nope. Battling to find that puck. Boom. Way to drop the puck, Maria. Should have worn my knee pads, but anything to stop the puck. Way to take a hit, D-man. There are live shooter drills. So as you've seen, some of the drills have sort of a digital representation of players, but still the stick angle and the release, you can still, read and interpret that. But there are also live shooter drills. So actual skaters that shoot the puck. And now that you can do like 2-on-1s, I think 2-on-0s. So this is a 2-on-0. This is a new update. I've never done this one before, so could be interesting. Kind of like Sunday hockey. A lot like Sunday hockey. Got it. Ooh, right out in front. You can have D, like live D in front of you or not. You can even face live shooters from the Czech national team at different levels and see how you measure up. They've done an amazing job of trying to get more engagement. So right now, as I'm shooting this, there's a big global challenge going on. I think it's going to last about 5 months. One of the grand prize, I guess, is a trip to the Stanley Cup playoffs, which is pretty cool. But you can see, like, I have options. So what age group do I want to play? Pros. So I should probably be the 14-year-olds, but I'm going to go 16-year-olds. How long do I want this drill to last? Is there going to be stationary screen or flash screens? Let's make it interesting and say flash screens. So what I find is the mistakes that I make on the ice that cost me goals against are the same mistakes that when I make them in Sense Arena cost me goals against. And I've asked other goalies I've had who have used the system or have used my system, it's like, when you get scored on in Sense Arena, is it making the same mistakes where you get scored on the ice? And they're like, yes. So I can practice just those things. For me, one of the things that I actually have a lot of trouble with is the habit of tracking the puck all the way into my glove or my blocker or whatever it is, or my body. So I will sometimes just set it, you know, in a very simple drill, but just watch the puck, like even go all the way into the net. Just practice, not just because I think I sort of pick it up, but then I don't follow it all the way. So I can just practice following it all the way, or I can set it so that I'm just getting like a shot to my glove and I can just follow it to my blocker and off the rebound, because the rebound goes like, so if your blocker's angled up, the rebound's gonna go up in the air and you've got to find it. If it's down into the corner, it's gonna go down in the corner. If you tilt it and it comes off the inside, it's gonna come off the inside. So it really is responsive. It's not like a game of Pong, you know, where if you get something in front of it, you're gonna make a save.
I'm too good at Pong. It's a curse.
I know what you mean. It's boring.
I don't have limitless access to ice, and I don't have limitless time to travel to the rink even if I did. So with this system, I can, you know, spend 15 minutes working on some very specific habits that I want to develop onto the ice anytime I want. I can work on those habits without fatigue because I can do it in small blocks. It's been a huge game changer for me. I can tell when I've been practicing the Sense Arena and I go play a game, I'm not making those mistakes as often. You can also practice some skills. Well, like this one. So this is the blind reflex drill. So once the shot's released, it kind of goes dark. So I have to get this initial information, and then still kind of track the trajectory, even though I can't see the puck as it comes in. So you just get that little bit of information. Got me. So this one, when they shoot, there's two pucks. I'm only interested in the black one. So it's kind of, again, deciphering information, what's important. And this is set, you saw it on, you know, it's just shot speed 2, low complexity. You can make all these things harder. Oh, actually, I'll show you a cognitive drill. This one kind of freaks me out a little bit, but so it's fast reflex. Use both hands, and yes, there's going to be an obstacle. So I find the guy creepy. So you really have to move your head, move your body, find, like, you know it's there. If you got value from this video, please hit me up with a like. And you definitely don't have to take my word for it. I'm sharing my experiences. To me, it's worth every penny. NHL goalies are using it. Follow Sense Arena on Instagram. I think they're just at Sense Arena. But the people involved in this, you know, when you look at a business, you always want to say, well, who's involved? Who's behind it? The people involved are great at VR, and their advisory board, again, is like a who's who. Thomas Magnuson, Dominic Hasek, Bill Ranford, Justin Goldman, and more and more. So it really is a solid company that's always looking to innovate and always looking to make things better. It's a lot like my training programs. If you are going to do the work, if you are going to use the system consistently, it's going to make you a better goalie. no question. If you're gonna buy it and not do the work or let it sit on a shelf in the basement, it's nothing gonna change. So, you know, you really need to weigh that. Hey, am I the type of person who will consistently invest my time and energy into getting better? Then it's a great tool to consider. And I know what some of you are going to ask. You're going to ask two questions. One, can you use it on the ice or on the synthetic ice? Absolutely you can. It's unreal. Because also you can kind of drop into a butterfly. Now, it does not register saves off your pads yet. And I think in chatting with Bob, I think it's more of a function of the hardware. So as I understand it, and I'm not an expert in VR, but as I understand it, the Oculus can pick up 3 points of reference. So your head and your controllers. So there really isn't an option to have 5 points of contact, which would be your pads. Maybe that will happen in the future, I'm not really sure, but that is why there's no pads integrated right now, because the technology isn't there yet. Not that they don't want to, not that they just think, oh, those pads saves, that's not important, but it's just the technology hasn't quite caught up with the advanced techniques of goaltending. So I hope that gives you a better understanding of what it's like, what all the new updates are. If you are not the kind of person who is going to work with it consistently, then it will be useless and a waste of money. So that is really the only way that it's not worth the investment, is if you're not going to use it. If you are going to use it, you're going to stop more pucks and have a heck of a lot of fun and swear a little bit to yourself in the basement when you're like, there's no way! No way! No. There's no way! I will catch you next time. That's what you say. I gave him nothing. Oh, that time he had something.